Okay, welcome aboard. This is class number 3 of the ePubWealth advanced class. Miles and miles to go before we sleep. We've got a lot to go over. I want to start with what I got in your download portal. Here's your download portal. That's the ranking I just gave you, which is webinar or class 3 right there. ePW class 3 will access this here. Now, you notice I put some things on YouTube, some goodies for you. As you know, we've been working on distraction video marketing. Wayne Standiford, who is in this class, he's on the line right now, in fact. Hi, Wayne. Jim Rogers and I have been really pushing YouTube, and we've been experimenting with a good many different types of videos and using the forum as our guinea pig to kind of give us an idea of what's moving out there before we start blasting. Sanchita, our graphic designer that I've told you about, is in the process of doing up images. She's delivered a couple that are really good. She even did one. Let me show you. Where is it? Where did I put it? Right here. Okay, she did this one, and listen to it, and then I'll talk. Okay, the voiceover was just an insert, just to give us an idea. The point is that cute and adorable sells, and there's a lot of, I mean, people have kittens, they have babies, the E-Trade, you know, those commercials where the kid is talking like an adult and it's a baby. I mean, this stuff really moves, and what Wayne and Jim and I are doing are finding different combinations, and I want you to embrace video for your books. And there's some other things that Wayne has done. Let me show you. I think I have, yeah. Here's a talking book cover. Okay. Don't mind the voiceovers. We're just inserting to go along. This is one of my favorites. This one here. This one really intrigued me, and it intrigued the girls in the office too. Watch this. Now imagine that as a book cover. That's a banner. That's a 300 by 250 banner. But imagine if you can use a book cover there, and I mean, you can use anything. Now, one of the things we're going to go over today, all right, and let me go back up here to your download portal. Right here is viral imagery marketing. That's going to be on the webinar next week, but you're going to get a sneak preview of it. Viral image marketing is marketing using memes. You're all familiar with memes. They're always the funny things you see online, and if you're on the forum, anything on Facebook is loaded with memes. People posting funny ones. Memes are big. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, and it's not anything that is new. Memes go back many years, and it's described in the book. And I gave you the book, all right, that shows some of Wayne's work and what we're doing, but showing you how you can use memes to really push your book sales. There are a good many places to post memes. I gave you free software right here. All right, this is free software to create your own memes. It's elementary, it's easy to use. Inside the book, there's one intermediate one that costs $47. I use that a lot. Wayne uses the big daddy of them, the viral image maker, viral image wizard, I should say. That's the big daddy of them all. and that's expensive. Unless you're really going to do this and really get going in it, stick with the intermediate one or the free one. But you can actually create your own and put them on your Facebook pages, put them in all the social media. I mean, the book gives you every place you could possibly put a meme and direct it towards your book URL on Amazon. If you need some ideas, PM Wayne, PM me, and we'll see what we can do. Wayne is a videographer, and he's very good at what he does. So if it deals in video, most definitely PM Wayne. Anything other than video, don't be afraid to engage Sanchita. She's really very good at coming up with ideas, and she's doing 24 animated images for us. As they come in, I'll show them to you in the classes. They're actually really good. I mean, I'm amazed anybody has this type of talent. I mean, I have no talent in drawing. You know, can't sing. I can dance, but I can't sing. And I really can't dance that well either, if you want to know the truth. But I am cute and adorable, like my dog Gage. It was a toss-up whether to put me up there or Gage. I think all the girls are looking at me like, "Are you nuts?" Yes, I am. All right. Also, so you get these three. This will help you on your YouTube rankings. And it's a tutorial course that's really sharp. I really enjoyed it. This is your textbook in case you lost it, and I've updated it a little bit, so use this one here. This is the new book I just published. It's brand new. It'll go over everything on viral image marketing, and it'll prepare you for next week's webinar. This is the PDF for the course. All right, well, I'm going over today, so this is your PDF. I published a new book since we last met. It's the volume 3 on how to promote your book online and offline. It's got a whole new series other than the first book and the second volume. So you get a chance to go through that. Oh, here's the course outline. What's this? Oh, that's the book itself. Sorry. Okay, so you know what's in your download right there, and you got some goodies to really go and study, especially the YouTube stuff, because we're going to be hitting more and more heavily into, on the marketing side, on mass marketing your videos, mass marketing your memes, mass marketing your book covers, just on the promotional side. Now, many of you are in the book bumping program. All right, in the book bumping program, a lot of you went to, let me open this up here. A lot of you went to bestseller status. So now you're bestseller authors. I wanted to point out to you that you can get the badges to put on your book covers like you see on mine. And they are, let's see, I think they're in number 1. Let's see. Give me a moment to scan down this thing. Is this here? Let's see. No, hold on a minute, people. I just saw the bloody thing and now I can't find it. I think it's this one. Yeah, here it is, right there. Amazon Book Images. It's under the first webinar, which is right here, tinyurl /ePubWebinar. And you can get your book images to put on your book covers. And for all of you that joined the rank of best-selling, congratulations. Book bumping works. We're still working out a few little kinks on it. But once it's a well-oiled machine, it really goes good. If you're not in Book Bump, you should be in Book Bump. I know some of you don't have a lot of books. You can have just one book and then sit out the rest of it. If you're interested, PM me and I'll show you how to sign up and get going. Okay, I have put together a new program that I'm beta testing. It's called Market Master Pro. And what it does is it posts your books on about 30,000 sites automatically. Now, I'm going to use you guys as a beta test, all right, which means I'm going to post your stuff for free. So send me right here, all right, send me your product name. If it isn't a book, send me the product name. If it it is a book. Send me the book name, the URL to where it's published. It could be Amazon, Smashwords, whatever, and the main keyword for it. All right. And when you do that, all right, I'll put it out in article directories. I'll put it out on authority sites, video sites, and meta sites, which are super authority sites, for free. So send it to me to my email address. You got it. I have it right here. And as soon as I get it, I will push it out for you and expect to see a lot of difference in traffic. Because if it's something that's appealing and you pick the right keyword that people are searching for, you're going to do well. All right, we got Market Master Pro out of the way. All right, let's get into the textbook. And I don't, the textbook is long and it's got a lot of information in it, and I'm not really going to go through it in so much detail because it's there for you to constantly refer back to as a compendium. We do a lot with Amazon. Amazon is on everybody's mind as an author because they are one of the stellar platforms to sell books. We just closed out the month of March, and I don't know about you, but it was the best month since 2007 that I've been publishing on them. I sold a little over 12,300 books, and I think a good reason for it is book bumping, but we still, I mean, I'll get the market stats probably within a week, and I'll share them with you. They started out, Amazon started out with very humble beginnings in 1995, very early 1996, and there's a picture of their original headquarters on the left. There's their headquarters today, so you can see that they are a behemoth when it comes to being the lead in online retailing. Now, a lot of people are confused about Amazon. They really don't understand what they do. Amazon doesn't produce. They don't manufacture goods and then sell them. They have a lot of people like you that are putting up websites and shipping products to them, and then they market the products for those people, and they ship them. All right, if you were manufacturing tricycles, for example, you would ship your line of tricycles to the distribution center, and as the tricycles sell through their Amazon's websites, they would ship the tricycle for you. Pretty smart. A lot of advantages for Amazon, a lot of disadvantages for the people that are participating in that program. If you were on the webinar, the last webinar 4 that I threw for the forum people, I mentioned the Amazon dudes that they were charging $3,500 for the program. That's the program they were charging for, to get you to send products to Amazon and allow Amazon to sell them through their website. It works, yes it does, if you do it right. I don't do it. I used to. I got fed up with the affiliate program because it didn't pay anything, so I started in their selling program. Got fed up with that because it was too labor intensive, and there was easier ways to make money, and there was better uses of my time. Also, it takes your eye off the ball, especially when you're trying to publish and write and get your book sales and your book business going. So I don't recommend it. But this is where people get confused. They give Amazon a lot of credit for things that Amazon really can't do, and I try to point it out on the forum. They're not the big bad boogeyman that everybody thinks they are. They're not stupid, I'll give you that, but they're not the big bad boogeyman. All right. In chapter 1 of the book, let me call the book up. Let me get out of here a moment, people. I think, let's see. Nope, wrong one. All right, this is the book. Now, one of the things that I provided for you in the very beginning was the checklist right here. All right, this was to assist you when you publish a book, that you go through all the main points to optimize it and to promote it. All right, now I can't expect you, and I don't expect you to do everything. All right, you don't have a staff like I do, and even some of you that have some virtual assistants, you still can't do it all. But you can pick and choose the ones that work for you. Now look where it says book trailer. All right, whether you use a what I call a Wayne distraction video marketing type meme video trailer, or you use a traditional book trailer that you can get on Fiverr for $5. Whatever you're using, one of the things you should be aware of in your Author Central account, you're allowed 8 videos. All right, so you should put up and take advantage of the fact that they're going to display 8 book trailer videos for you, and you can rotate them. You can take them down and rotate them anytime you want. But each Author Central account allows 8 videos. Now, if you publish through a dozen pen names like I do, then you have a dozen times 8. So you got almost 100 videos that you can display. Take advantage of that, people. I mean, these are videos that Amazon is putting out for you and displaying for you. Also, you can do a video review, and you can post those on Amazon, all right, on your book page, all right, and those work very well. I've had a couple people in the forum post video reviews, and they actually have drawn pretty well. I mean, I was impressed. I mean, I never really embraced them, but you know, you can teach an old dog new tricks a lot of the time. Getting back to the checklist, this checklist is important because it makes sure you don't forget anything, all right? And you don't have to, like I said, do everything, especially under the free promotions. I mean, the book gives you just about every free promotional site that is worth going to. You don't have to put your book up on all these things, all right? I mean, one thing I made very, very clear when I introduced book bumping and link slam is those are the only 2 things you need. And if you do that, your books are going to sell very well. And you can get away from the checklist and a lot of optimization stuff. I still go through it because it maintains the book's presence everywhere and maintains a strong presence. Book bumping will get it to your first page on Amazon. Link slam will keep it there and keep it from being dropped down into the ranks. But these promotional activities, it lets readers know that you are out there. And if you use the badges that I just showed you, because you're a best-selling author, they embrace those. All right? They will go and look at your stuff. They will buy it. Remember, Kindle stuff is very inexpensive. You know, most of it is, you know, it's all under $9.99. The good majority of it, I mean, 30% royalty, you can price it anything you want. This book here is priced at $27, so it's at the 30% royalty. The point is that being that it's so inexpensive, I mean, people are really, under $10 is really not a buying decision psychologically. Remember that. And I notice most of you are really publishing your books too cheaply. You really need to raise the price. My price points were $487, $687, and $887. I pretty much completely did away with $487. All right, now my books are being priced at $687, and they're actually selling more. And the psychology behind it is people are equating the higher priced books for higher quality books. Now, a lot of you are in the children's book market, the niche market. It's really kind of hard to price it above $5. Excuse me. But it is possible, all right? I mean, go and study your price point, experiment with it, because I notice a good many of you are leaving a lot of money on the table by pricing too low. Now, I have books at $2.99. They're internet marketing books, which is a dog niche. So I don't recommend anybody write in that niche. They don't sell a lot. They're all right. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to write home to mom about it. But those are $2.99, and I won't change those because they're books I really don't care about. I don't put a lot of promotion behind them. They're just there. They're inventory, as I call it. All right. So if you have a dog niche, like internet marketing, I mean, you could price it at $2.99, but everything else now, I mean, I'm done with under $5, and you should be too. All right. If you're not part of these communities here, all right, you should be. All right. Book communities, so Shelfari is good. Goodreads is one. Amazon just acquired Goodreads. Just purchased them. Goodreads is really, now I noticed a lot of the forum people are on Goodreads because they're constantly wanting, clicking on being a friend with me. So there's some really good authors. Really consider joining Goodreads and really consider joining Shelfari, which is also owned by Amazon. Shelfari caters to a lot of the create space. And we haven't got to create space in some of the other platforms yet, and we're going to very quickly, very soon now. In the next couple classes, we're going to start switching over to doing paperbacks and audiobooks. I've been publishing a ton of audiobooks as fast as they come out from narration, and they're doing well. In fact, Ed Spina, a forum member who was doing audiobooks, after I showed him how to tweak them, he PM'd me the other day. In fact, I think he even put it on the forum that the book has jumped in sales, and now he's happy. He thought it was a waste of time and money doing audiobooks, but once you do it right, those sell. Now, if you're a children's book author, if you're not doing audiobooks, you're leaving a ton on the table, people. All right? Moms, dads, they plug these audiobooks in when they're driving in the car to entertain their kids. So every children's book you do should have an audiobook. Now, we went over this in the past webinar. I think we even did it for you. But if you have any questions, I'll show you how to get up on ACX, which is the easiest way to do it. I produce my own. All right. I don't usually use ACX as much as I used to. I have my own bevy of voiceovers. I got Wayne that does videos. I got Jim that does voiceovers. I mean, I've got a really good covey of talent where I can do my own now. But I suggest you use acx.com, and that is really a good way to start on audiobooks. And it's really self-explanatory. You log in using your Amazon login credentials like you do for your KDP account, and just follow the bouncy ball. It's pretty easy. But if you get hung up, you know, you got my number, you got my email, get me on the horn or whatever, and I'll walk you through it. Okay? Promo videos, that's the book trailers. I mean, and there's a ton of different ways to do it. Wayne is an expert. Sanchita has ideas. Look at my channel on YouTube. We're always experimenting, and we always pass the stuff on to you. Wayne is famous for putting up ideas on the forum and saying, what do you think of this? And that stuff we're experimenting with. We want to see what your opinion is. We kind of use the forum as a beta test station. All right, let's go down to, TV, I've used TV, it works well. I don't want you guys getting involved in it right now. It's costly, you can make a lot of errors. Just stay away from it for now, and later on in the course we'll go over it again. Bookmarking, you don't have to worry about that because this new software that I'm going to be promoting will take care of all that for you. Book tours, if you haven't done a book tour, try one, but try this one here. All right. I do the virtual ones. I have no desire to go out to Los Angeles and sit in Barnes and Noble and sign books. I mean, come on, that's not the best use of my time. So all my book tours are virtual, and they do actually do pretty well as far as getting the book title out there. I noticed that the New York Times best-selling list scans the virtual book tours. There was an article about 3 months ago where that's one of their main ways of finding really good books out there. So yes, they are worth it. I mean, for $50, you can test the waters and see if it's something that you really like doing. Some people are real ham bones and like getting out there. That's fine. Anything that promotes your book and puts you out in front of people is always a plus. Just watch the cost. Some of these book tours can get up into over $1,000. So especially with the TLC up here, all right, which is the top one right there. All right, let's go back down. AWeber, I wanted to bring that up because I got a lot of emails on AWeber. My, everything I do, I don't try to sell a book. I try to get the person to sign up on my AWeber list. I can sell them through my autoresponder. AWeber's an autoresponder. That's what you should do. You should be engaging your readers. If you notice in all my books, at the very end, I have a special gift for my reader, which is a massive ebook library. And in exchange for them giving me their name and their email address. And it worked extremely well. That list is over 800,000 since 2007. So I have almost 1 million readers of my books that I talk to all the time. So when I release anything, I release it through my autoresponder, and that's just one area of promotion. You can use that URL that's in my books as your own, and you can take their name and email address and direct them to that download portal, and they can download all the goodies that are in there. Or you can open up your own File Factory account, download everything that's in there, and upload it to your own. It's up to you. All right. There's no big thing. I mean, when the only thing is File Factory pays for every download. So if you're directing them to my portal, I'm getting paid for them downloading. So if you're directing them to yours, you will get paid. And that's going to be in the next webinar. I'm going to go over that too. All right. Stay away from mobile ad and SMS messages. The laws have changed significantly. A lot of the platforms are shutting down SMS text messaging. Too many complaints, too much spam. If you're going to do it, use the MMS, which is like admob.com, and that's really pretty good. And that's, again, AdMob is owned by Google. They make it very simple to text message your books out. They provide the list, they provide the ads, they do everything. Minimum is $50. So if you're going to if you want to test mobile marketing, go to AdMob and test it through AdMob. Now, automated postcards. One of the things that I did was very successful. In fact, I noticed a couple of the authors are doing it on the forum. It's now possible to send postcards out where you never touch them, lick them, stamp them, mail them, nothing. Everything's done over your computer. All right. There's a couple companies out there where you can design the postcard, give it to them, they print it, you give them the list, and you can buy the list. I got a list coming out my Kazoobas. So if you need one, just PM me. You provide the list, they stamp it, they address it, they print it, and they deliver it to the post office under bulk and mail it for you. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, why would you do that? There's a good many people that will refuse to use computers today, mostly a little bit older than my generation, all right? And I'm the baby boomer generation, but there are a lot of people that just will not use computers, and they respond very heavily to direct mail. Now, I'm sure you all get a lot of direct mail. You catalogs. My sister's the catalog queen. I think UPS joined the union because of her. But you have all these home shopping channels, QVC. You've got catalogs coming. You've got postcards. You've got offers coming in the mail. You got Red Plum, which is Molasses, which is the company that prints all the throwaway ads. It's big. And if you use postcards, you'll see that you do get a pretty good return, especially in books, because people don't want to use a computer, then they certainly do not have a Kindle and are buying books the normal, traditional way, paperback. So bear that in mind. It actually, in my experimentation, it works. It's not, I mean, it's pretty labor intensive at first until you get the hang of, putting the stuff together. But it's great for a virtual assistant too. Backlinks we already went over. LinkSlam has now come on, and that's working really well. We're kind of inundated right now because everybody slammed on it, but we'll get it, and it'll smooth out. All right, I wanted to go down to number 2. All right, one of the things that I keep ranting, and it's like a broken record, And we're not going to go through this, just FYI, we're not going to go through this whole book in this session, all right? We'll carry it on. But I want to really emphasize certain things in this book. One of them is diversify. And you know, Kindle's big and it's hot and everybody likes it and everybody hates it, yada, 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 excuse me. But there are really, some of the other platforms do stellar work. All right, especially if you're in a paperback, Lulu.com, CreateSpace is not bad. I like Lulu for paperback over CreateSpace. But, and we want to really pay attention to these other platforms. Now, Puppet, I publish on Puppet. It's not really a very good platform for me. I've seen people that have had stellar results. I don't really push it. Usually the books that I can't get published on Amazon, I'll bring over to Puppet. Is really how it goes. I don't know what your experience with them. They're average with me, and I don't pay a lot of attention to them. Are they improving? Yes. In fact, there's some articles coming out that look really interesting. I mean, they may just really give Amazon a go. But I'll keep you posted on that. Lulu has been around just forever. I mean, I've been publishing on Lulu before even Amazon came around, Kindle in 2007. Lulu's a great platform. They're very, very persnickety when you're formatting your books. I mean, they'll drive you nuts. But once it's formatted and it's posted, they really have a good distribution channel, and you really should consider them. They do everything. They're pretty much straight across the board from print on demand. They do digital ebooks. They're really pretty good at everything. Smashwords, I like Smashwords. Smashwords is my most profitable platform. You can't, as long as you're in the premium catalog, and that's a must. If you're not in the premium catalog, you're wasting your time. So when you publish on them, be sure to get in the premium. They pretty much do everything and publish in all the formats. Very simple, very easy platform to use. They also have a very good relationship with the lending libraries, with Overdrive. So if you really want to get into the lending library, Smashwords is the way to go. Google eBooks, I ignore them, to be honest with you. I know people that have used them. I ignore them. I'm not a Google fan. Most people know that. I don't allow Google anywhere near my company. I don't use their webmaster tools. All right, I don't optimize my sites for them. Nothing. All right, to me they're a dead entity, and because I don't think they play fair, and they've destroyed a lot of people, a lot of incomes, and I just don't think that's cool. If they think it's cool, well, that's fine. When you have that much power, you know, steer away from them. Fast Pencil, I like. I put on Fast Pencil. BookWalker and Diesel. These are all download portals. All right, they don't so much push your books into the publishing world. Diesel, for example, is nothing but a download portal. You post your book there, you go promote it yourself, and it gives a platform where people can pay for it and then download it. You can do that through File Factory and PayPal, so you really don't need to put it up on Diesel. BookWalker is good, and Fast Pencil does a really good job too. For certain genres, I mean, children's books, great. All right. Kobo, excellent. Kobo has a really big following audience. They have their own reader, their own e-reader, just like Kindle has the Kindle Fire. These are all going away, by the way, since the tablets are coming out. They are all these e-readers are going to die, and everybody's going to be going over to tablets. So it's no big thing. But Kobo has a very good e-reader, just like Nook has, or Barnes & Noble has the Nook e-reader. Excellent audience, excellent following. You'll sell books if you put them up on Kobo. They don't charge to put books up on Kobo, but I use them, and I do pretty well in it. The reader store is Sony. Sony e-reader is another device, like Kindle, like Kobo. It's kind of dying out. All right, they are put. I mean, Sony is really not doing a very good job in the e-reader and tablet market. They've been faltering a lot. They they have a following. I mean, as big as they are, they have a pretty good following. But I would not really look to them in the future as being something that you write home to mom about unless they do something miraculous and change. Daigo is a download portal, all right, and no different than Diesel, and probably one of the better download portals if you need a download portal for people to deliver your books to. You know about Overdrive. Uh, you need to go to the book aggregators that I quoted in webinar number 4 because Overdrive is closed to self-publishers right now. Book aggregators are really very good. I gave you 3 of the best ones. In my book, the new marketing book, I give all of them. So you have all the better ones are in the new volume 3 of how to promote your book offline and online. BookBaby charges $99 to publish a book. Is it worth it? Yes, they do a very good job. But $99 is a little bit hefty for some people. Now, CreateSpace is free to put your book up on print on demand, but they have $25 charge for their extended distribution. And if you don't buy that extended distribution, you're wasting your time. It's like Smashwords. If you're not in the premium catalog, you're wasting your time. So they have ways of getting to you. $99 is nothing to sneeze at, especially for somebody that has a lot of books. All right, they do a good job. They'll put it out there for you, and they have a good distribution channel too. So it's worth the $99, but test it. All right, especially your children's authors. All right, test it. Give them one book, try it, and see how well it does, and then you can add to it as they start increasing sales for you. All right, these are, under each one of these show you exactly what their distribution is. All right, BookBaby is iBookstore, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Sony e-reader, Kobo, all right, and all the major bookstores. I think once you get to know these publishing platforms and what they can do for you, all right, you'll do better with them. But number 2, you'll get away from the dependence on Amazon. And no matter what happens, your income is not affected, and that's important. You want to protect your income streams coming in. You always want multiple income streams. All right, let's move down. Okay, I am very big. I'm a speed reader, as you know. Most of you know that. I read voluminously every day, and when you're in the publishing world, you have to. All right, I've got the course coming up that's going to teach people how to speed read. I just haven't had time to pull it all together. I did the trained observation course because that was shorter and easier to do, but I will get to it. What I've done here is I put a directory of blogs that I read every day, all right, that really have their finger on the pulse of publishing, authorship, and book selling. And these are good. And they're, if you keep up with them every day, it takes about 5 minutes on each blog, all right? More importantly, when you promote your books, what I gave here was all the free listings that are worth it. I mean, there are literally thousands of places to promote your books for free, but they don't have an audience. All right, these are the ones that are really good, that actually do the job. Some of them have some pretty screwy submission requirements. All right, you have to have so many reviews, and out of those reviews, so many have to be 4-star, 5-star. To me, it's kind of stupid, because if a book has that many reviews and 5 stars, you don't need to promote the damn thing. I mean, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the nuts. So, but these are the good ones, and these are the free ones. And then at the very end, I put up a really good, the ones that I find are the best paid ones. All right, and these are the paid listings here. These really work good, and I like the Frugal e-reader. That really, it's worth the money for that. Now, this Kindle ebook marketing directory, all right, here's an offer that the guy makes for $25. He'll post on all of those for you. I tried him twice. He did a pretty good job. I'm going to continue to use him. He actually, he goes out and he does all the footwork for you. He puts all your books up on all those URLs that I just showed you. You can't beat that for $25. Now, there's a lady named Carrot, of all things, on the forum. She does the same thing for 50 bucks, but her list is more extensive. So if you're looking for virtual assistants or subcontracting your promotions out, this is the way to go. You're not going to get hurt. Backlinks we've gone through, all right? I'm not going to beat that to death. Link Slam, you get three things that Amazon looks at heavily. The first are sales, which is book bump. That's why we book bump. I mean, it increases sales and brings it up to the first page. Second is backlinking. The third is reviews. If you're doing those three things, you're going to succeed on Amazon hands down. All right, because your book is going to be in where it should be, and people are going to see it, and they're going to buy it. And that's the name of that game. You don't have to promote it. You don't have to do it. If you do those three things, you never have to do any promotion. You only have to do those three things, and you'll be making oodles of money in selling books like I do, thousands of them a month. And that's how I do it. I mean, you know, a lot of people think that I'm some master, you know, writer or what. No, I mean, it's all marketing. It's a matter of paying attention and getting it done and doing the stuff and applying what we teach and making sure that it gets out there. Nothing happens until you sell something. That's my favorite saying. And what you're selling is you and your books. So, like I said, you can't do all of this stuff. And some of you have budget considerations, and I understand that. That's why a lot of what I present is free. A lot of this stuff you can do on your own without subcontracting out. Yes, it's tedious, but as you start making money, invest in the tools, invest in the virtual assistants, all right, invest in the subcontractors and the freelancers that'll do it for you. You don't need a staff like I have, all right, to do all this stuff. You could actually subcontract it all out. All right, let's okay. Book trailer videos, very. I mean, I have literally hundreds of book trailer videos, and I've experimented with everything under the sun that you could dream of. And we touched on it briefly at the beginning of the webinar. The talking book covers and the talking memes are really the way to go. This is going to be the wave of the future when it comes to book trailer promotion. You cannot beat video. People would rather look at videos than read anything. So if what you want them to read is talking to them, I mean, you got the best of both worlds. So whether it's a talking banner or a talking book cover, your book trailer can really actually grab their attention, entertain them, and then click through to your automatically to your book sales page, and they'll buy your book. Hot stuff. And then, you know, if you have any ideas, feel free to contact Wayne, PM them, or me, and share your ideas, and we'll kick it around, see if it's working. All right, let me get down. There's one that I don't want to run out of time. Oh, I can't believe it's already 11:45. What did I do with it? Okay. This is it. For sometimes I'm such a lame, you know. As I get older, lucky once you book tours. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Some of the unique ones. All right. When one of the things I went over last time was how you optimize your KDP platform, your back office, in the 6 areas that are searchable by your keywords and searchable by the search engines that pick it up and they'll index it. Now, one of the things is keywords. In webinar 5, it's very important that you either attend it or listen to the recording, because I'm going to show you how to get the exact keywords that everybody is using to search for you. And that my program is called Hercules. It does it for me. But Wayne Standiford came up and introduced me to a kid that I think he just stumbled on this. I don't know how he did it, but I'm always amazed. Wayne brought me a program that actually shows you the keywords that people are using, and it's really inexpensive. So I'm going to show people how to use it on the next webinar. And this is what you will use to put in your KDP platform, the 7 keywords there. and this is what you would use when you're book bumping. So you want to use the keywords that people are using to find your book. So if you know what they are, it's pretty simple to put them in there and use them. This stuff rocks. I mean, it's so intriguing that, something so simple. I mean, my program, it does everything but give you the guy's date of birth, and that's okay. I mean, I write all my own stuff, and it works for me. Unfortunately, being that you're not contract authors with us, I can't offer those services only to contract authors. So I pick and choose, and, sneakily grab things here and there, but I make sure people get what they need to get the job done. Okay, this stuff I put in your back office in the when you first signed up. All these things are here. All right, these are all resources and goodies that I put back there. You can't, like I said, you can't go through all of these. All right, I'm sure some of you have opened up, especially the Kindle stuff, and have done some of it. Most of you being, basically lazy and shallow like me, haven't even looked at it. Probably you haven't even downloaded the stuff. But that's up to you. It's available. My job is done when I make it available and I show you what the stuff does. You have to schedule and learn to schedule your time. All right. Angie schedules mine right down to when I'm allowed to go to the bathroom. I mean, it's ridiculous. She makes sure that I stay on track because I will wander off very easily. I've always been that way. I get off on tangents, and she's really good at getting me back on focus. And you need somebody like that if you have the personality like mine. A lot of you are working on your own. You're just going to have to learn self-control and discipline. But all this stuff is there for you to learn. You can't do it all, but you're going to have to schedule time to where you actually, an educational hour, a quiet hour, or whatever, where you're actually teaching yourself something. Because as these classes go on and on, they'll overwhelm you. All right, there's just too much information, and you need to start whittling it down to where it applies to your publishing business, the genre that you're publishing in and writing in. All right, and what you're going to do to maximize the sales of the books that you're producing. Plus, you have to have time to produce books. All right, you need to produce an inventory. The more books you have out there, obviously, the more you're going to sell. But they have to be high-quality books. All right, and books that you can be proud to put out into the marketplace. So it's a matter of really sitting down and organizing to the task. I notice a lot of people are being forced away from their attention span by ordinary life problems. A lot of the female authors, they have kids, they're being pulled here and there, soccer practice, ballet, it goes on and on. I understand that, and believe me, that's hard to say because I've been by myself for 16 years. My kids are grown and gone. I have an enviable life. I mean, I could do anything I want. Nobody distracts me. I don't have to go to soccer practice. And I sit there and I look at it. I mean, some of my neighbors that have, 5, 6 kids. Remember, I live in Mormon country. Wow. I mean, I had one lady across the street. I mean, I get tired watching her. I mean, she just is so active. There's so much pull in it. And she works at night. She codes medical bills. And I notice that she's up at midnight, 1, 2 in the morning working while the kids are sleeping. I don't know how the lady does it, to be honest with you. I don't know how some of you people do it. Juggling your schedule is very, very difficult at times, but you got to do it because you got to sell books, and you're not going to sell books unless you dedicate to the task. So pay close attention to your schedule, and make some time. What's the best use of your time? Subcontract what you can afford, all right, and make as much time as you can in marketing, promotion, and writing. Now, these book forums, I put these on here because forums are really a good way and a good place to learn. Now, this was before, I wrote this book before I created the ePW forum, all right, and the ePubWealth forum was unique in so far as it allows you to post affiliate links so you can sell stuff to authors. which no other forum will allow you to do. But also, it gives you an open platform to where we could share ideas and share the things that I give away, the resources, and to be able to ask questions and get the answers. And there's some very, very big authors on the ePW forum. Nothing to sneeze at. These guys they're pulling down some big money, and you can learn from them. All right, and they're not shy. They're not persnickety. I mean, they'll engage you if you PM them. All right, they more than happily respond and answer questions. So use the forum. These forums. Sure, I belong. I look at them all the time. I'm getting away from it, especially on the author forums. I've had a lot of problems with the promoters, and most of them are the informational gurus, which they're right up there with Fuller Brush salesmen as far as I'm concerned. And I've had a lot of problems with them, and they just they're not worth going to anymore. So that's why I started ePubWealth, to take their place. But these other forums, most of these are Kindle forums. You'll learn a lot. They have a lot of different people, a lot of different authors spread across multiple genres that will give you an insight to diversify away from whatever genre you're working in and to start writing in other genres so that you always diversify your income streams. Like I said, a good many of you are children's books. That's a very, very competitive niche right now. My opinion, is getting ready to blow up and collapse. You need to really start thinking along different lines of other interests, fiction, nonfiction. A lot of people are going to fiction, which is good. Fiction takes a long time to write. I specialize in nonfiction. Most of the advice, how-to, DIY, do it yourself, or DIY, DIY. That works, sells tons of books. All right, people are always trying to figure out how to do something, or if they can do it without looking like a numbnut to their friends, they'll buy a book and go through it. All right, so that's always going to be big, always going to be big. All right, you've got different aspects of the nonfiction market too. And what I've done is, at the end of this book, all right, there is a Amazon categories, which is 138 pages of the categories and the amount of books that are published in those categories. And one of the things that you need to be aware of is that just because a category has a lot of books, that means it's hot. That doesn't mean stay away from it. That means that people are really embracing it and really buying out of that category. So go through that. It gives you some really tremendous ideas. I go through it almost every other day to get ideas. And I listen to what everybody's saying. I mean, I listen to the news. I listen to what people talking in Walmart. I'm a real nosy dude, and I always find out what they're talking about, and it gives me ideas on things that I want to write about, which are outside my nonfiction market. All right, I've gotten novels published. I'm not a novelist like Larry J. Martin, for example, who publishes a Western genre, but and it takes me a couple months to write a book. I don't see the profitability in that, so I only have 6 novels published. But I'm experimenting all the time. I'm looking at different genres. All right, I've showed you how to put books together. Book breaking is one. Quote backs. I can pump out books using quote backs and sell like you won't believe, and they sell. All right, I just published a 14-book series, why book series, why you smoke, why you're an idiot, why you're in debt, up to your eyeball. Those are all quote backs. All right. I had a lady on one of the other, I think it was Daniel Hall's Tips and Deals, asked me how I can publish a book every day. Quote backs. All right. Very easy. If you're doing quote backs, you give credit. You don't violate the copyright laws. You can put a book together every day. Have Sanchita do a cover. You'll be publishing a book every day using quote backs. And most of that stuff on the Y series, being a behavioral scientist for 32 years, I had all that content. But what I didn't have, I used quote backs. So go over that again. I think we went over that in the second class or first class. But you need to start thinking diversification. Excuse me, diversification away from Amazon onto the other platforms and diversifying your genres that you're writing for. Okay. Now I give you, I don't want to go over this TV stuff right now. Press releases. This is very, very quickly. I gave you a directory of all the Twitters, all right, and people that you can send to your announcements of your books and stuff like that. And it's pretty extensive. I use it quite a bit, all right. Not me personally, my girls use it when they send out. They've developed relationships with these people, and that's the name of the game. But you can see, excuse me, that it's pretty extensive. All right, there's a lot here. You're not going to go through all of them, I'll tell you that. But a lot of these, when you look at what, you know, the companies that they represent, like I went over helpareporter.com, all right, very good site. Very good site for you guys to really get your name out there by doing interviews and on TV and stuff. They actually bring you up on Skype. I mean, it's amazing. I did a TV interview for a TV station in Virginia last week, all on Skype. They actually did it all on Skype. They edited it and they put it up on their TV channel, interviewing me about a forensic science question. Incredible. With today's technology, you know, you just sit there with your headphone on and you're sitting there just talking away, and it shows up on the TV. Who would have thunk it? All right, there's one. Where it is. Okay, I went through Overdrive. I'm not going to go through that again. I think I beat that to death. But I did give you the lending libraries, all right? And now you don't need Overdrive to go to lending libraries. You're free to go to lending libraries and sell your own books. All right. So, I mean, and here's the whole list. I mean, these are just about every lending library on the planet. So you can go directly, and lending libraries love audiobooks. FYI, audiobooks. They love audiobooks. All right. And they'll pay $50, $60 an audiobook so they can lend it out. Remember, they're giving lending rights. You don't sell the book for $5.99 like you do on Kindle. You sell it for $50.99 because they're going to be lending it out to thousands of people. All right? But you can go directly to these different libraries, write to them, all right, form a publishing company, and give them your inventory. All right? And the inventory is, or go to the book aggregators and they'll go to them. All right, they'll aggregate, they'll combine everything. I kind of like doing it myself, so I cut them out. Okay, paid ad space. And this is one that we never have gone over together. All right, and I really want you to understand this. When you're doing memes, you're doing videos, you're doing any type of ad. If you're doing banners, all right. If Sanchita's doing the stuff for you or Wayne's putting the stuff up for you, there are places that you can go that you can buy paid advertising space that are better than the free, the PR sites, all right, because they have the prime locations, okay? Yahoo many years ago bought rightmedia.com, all right, about the same time that Google bought DoubleClick. And these were the main media networks that literally were responsible for all the ads, the banner ads that you see online, et cetera, et cetera. Google kind of destroyed DoubleClick. Turned it into more of a metric thing. And the other part of Right Media, Yahoo dominated. I mean, Right Media, when you go to Yahoo now to advertise, whether it's their PPC pay-per-click or their rich media, which is banners, etc., they literally do a better job than Google. And you will be surprised at how inexpensive some of the stuff is. Now, let me show you something. All right, there's one, I think I put it on here. Yeah, Ad Ready. This site here, all right, go check it out when you get about 15 minutes where you can really go through it. Ad Ready has really inexpensive ads, all right? It's kind of like Priceline.com. I mean, that you see on TV. It takes all the unused ad space and they blow it out at really cheap prices. Some of this stuff is really good. I mean, you can buy a banner spot that over 1 million people are hitting for like $5. So check that out. There's another one here. Let me see. Do I have it on here? No, I don't. All right, I'm gonna get it. Solo ads. Are you familiar with solo ads? Solo ads are where you go to marketers like me, and you want to send your book to my list of 800,000 plus readers. And so you buy an ad from me, and I send an email with your book and the sales page. Click through the whole thing. That's a solo ad. All right. So solo ad, that's a directory that has all the people that are selling their ability to market to their list. It's really good stuff. I mean, I've used them all the time. They're also called ad swaps, where one will come and say, I'll mail my list if you mail yours for me. And those work pretty good as long as you get somebody that's up front and is an idiot. But look at those solo ads when you get a chance, because they are very effective and they're very inexpensive. And this is the ad swaps right here. All right. This one here, right there. And I'm going to get, there's some more. I'm gonna get some more for you that are really outstanding. Okay, in this chapter, I put together, I wanted to give you ideas. I wanted to give you phrases that you could sit there and, you know, your online reputation, house training older dogs, learn piano, all right, that fit in your life, fit in your style, fit in your a genre that you are interested in, or you have knowledge in, or you have training in. Things that you probably wouldn't have thought of if you would have given. I mean, if you were to sit down and say, okay, I want to write a book, but I want to get away from children's books. Okay, now what can I do? I wanted you to be able to sit there and here's a list of things that you could actually start the juices flowing, so to speak, in your mind. Because you are going to have to diversify, all right? And you're going to find that it's fun, all right? Because you're in uncharted territory, and that's where quote backs comes in really good, all right? I mean, really effectively, you can take an expert if, for example, in behavioral science, in relationships, all right, which I specialize in. You can quote all the content that I've written until the cows come home, dealing in relationships, to put together an outstanding book. And you probably didn't write more than 500 to 1,000 words in that book. The content's all mine, but since you're effectively quoting and not violating my copyright, it's good. And that's why I did that copyright law guidebook too, so that you could understand exactly what the law says. All right? But getting back, you have oodles and oodles of phrases that will get you to think outside your normal comfort zone of writing books. All right? I mean, you notice on the forum, we got a lot of life coaches on there. We've got a lot of healers, golfing people. I mean, it's all over the place. You can literally add to this list too as you move on and on. Now on the webinar next week, I'm going to show you a piece of a tool that I put up on the forum that will allow you to get other ideas. All right, and I think you'll enjoy that. But right now, I think if you stick with this list and maybe write in some of your own once you think of them, I think you'll be pleased to see that you can really start writing in multiple genres and then really increasing your inventory and your income. Okay. Categories. This is where the rubber meets the road. I've gone over this a little bit. All right. Let me find the one that I'm in all the time. I think it's just right below here. Okay, nonfiction. Here it is. All right, I write here in the advice how to. All right, can everybody see that? Let me bump it up. All right, look at that, 100,000 books in the advice and how to, and this is as of last April, I believe. There's quite a bit more now. but it's broken down advice and how-to into different areas too. And you can see everything from yoga, all this. Now, one of the things to mention is that these categories are not like the ones in your KDP platform. You'll notice that. These are very broad, and the ones in your back office on KDP that they make you choose are not very broad at all. All right? And this is what Amazon defaults to, not the ones that you choose. It's the one they choose, and these are the defaults. You'll find these under the rankings, all right? If you go into the Kindle store, all right, you go into, where is it, books, and you click on one of their hot books, and you scan down past the rankings. There it is, right there. These are there's the category that they shove this book into. All right. Oops, did too much. Right there. So this is small business entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is it. This is it. So that's the category that's matching one of the categories on this list, and that's what they default to. So yes, you give a good idea when you pick the category in your KDP back office when you publish, but you'll notice that everything that deals in sales, Amazon defaults to their own categories. I saw that on the forum today when people were book bumping. They were book bump under a certain keyword, but it scored high and a keyword they didn't even use. That's Amazon defaulting to their own categories for that book, which I don't think is very cool, but when you write to Amazon, they give you a runaround why they do that. Always pay attention to these categories. Write your books based on what the best category that this is going to go into, and you'll do all right. All right. Get out of that. No. Let's get out of this. I don't need this. Get out of here. Let's, I don't think I need this. All right. Hold on a second. Let me. All right. Are we showing the screen? All right. That. Let me get out of here. And get to the questions and answers. If you have a question, now's the time to ask it, because I am going to go over it. All right. Let's see. No, you guys all seem to, I don't see any questions. So you guys are just smarter than the average bear. Okay. Okay. I don't want people writing me saying, right. That's probably Wayne. It's going to be writing me. I see Wayne says to turn the volume up, but hopefully it was up enough. Let's see, on the beta push-out program, are we limited to one book? No, Dan, you can put as many books on as you want. I'll put them out there on those sites. Just write the URL, write the keyword, write the title. All right, so if you have multiple books in your inventory, take advantage of this freebie because I'm going to use you guys as guinea pigs to beta test. So, yeah, load me up. The girls will hate you, and that's okay. They hate me. Why shouldn't they not hate you? If you're having trouble in any aspect of your publishing business, I want to know about it. I want to know what's going on. Are you writing under pen names? You should be doing that. You should be diversifying your genres. If you're having a time management problem, let me know. Let me take a look at what you're doing, take a look at it and do a book analysis of your sales too. The goal is to get you to best-selling status, and that's the goal of this class. And I'm bound and determined to do it. So make sure that you don't be shy. You know, I engage a lot of people. Dan, I was on with Skype with Dan yesterday. He's in the class. I talk to Wayne almost every day, and I enjoy it. I mean, we're here to help you, and I don't know how to help you unless I'm talking to you. So, and that's part of the class is be vocal. Let me know what's going on so we can move to get it done correctly, and or change. We may need to tweak something that you're doing. A lot of you are doing a lot of things right, and I am proud of you of that. But some of them need to be tweaked too, so that you're not really overdoing it in some areas. A lot of this stuff is pretty easy to spot from my standpoint, and maybe a little fuzzy from your standpoint, but from mine in dealing with so many authors and in this industry for so many years, a lot of it's pretty standard, some of the problems that come out. If you diversify in different genres, is it hurting to establish yourself as an authority in the field? No, because when you diversify in other genres, you're under a pen name. All right, I write a lot of humor books. I was a stand-up comic. That's how I put myself through college. I write humor books. The humor books are not under Leland Benton's name. You do not confuse your readers. They do not even know who Leland Benton is. All right, they know my pen name for the humor books. All right, yeah, and then you should do the same thing. On the forum, you have people that are showing up that under women's names, and they're really guys. All right, yeah. I mean, I know a half a dozen of them that are, you know, as a female, and they're guys. And you would fall over if you would know. All right, one of them just came clean. Dave Hendricks is really Claire Seifert. All right, and he's the one that published the beer books, and that is a woman. That's Claire Seifert. And there's a lot of them on the forum that are publishing under male names. They're females, and vice versa. So pen names are big. They're not illegal. I mean, do not tell Amazon your pen names. All right, you won't be able to do an offer central on them, and it's none of their damn business anyway. In fact, as I tell everybody, don't tell anybody your pen names. All right, I don't want to know your pen names. Just, you know, keep them to yourself, and under each genre, have a different pen name. So on my humor books, I write under a different pen name. All right, and it keeps it really separate. It keeps it clean, and the readers aren't confused. I mean, they're not going to sit there and read one of my behavioral science do-it-yourself books and then sit there and go, this is the same guy. I mean, that's kind of hard for them to do the switcheroo, you know. So you just avoid it. Just write under a pen name. And you can be an authority in there too. All right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you know, knowing how to walk and chew gum at the same time. I mean, I know a lot of things. I'm an authority in a bunch of fields, especially forensic science, and I write in forensic science extensively. All right, and I'm known in extensive science, forensic science as an authority, and I do a lot of interviews and a lot of TV and radio appearances because of it. So yes, you can build that authority, and that's where helpareporter.com comes in. All right, you can build under different pen names your authority in different fields, and those reporters will use you and quote your books. So if you haven't looked at helpareporter.com, definitely something to look into. All right, one keyword per book for the push-out program. Yes, Dan, just one. Okay. Any other questions before I say sayonara and see you soon? We've got book bumping all this week. If you want to get into that, PM me and I'll show you how to get into that. Let's see. I want to make sure I got all the questions. Yep. You're welcome, Wayne. Everybody, God bless you. Take care. We'll talk soon. Go download all your goodies. Pay a special attention to the YouTube stuff. It's really good stuff. That is stellar stuff. And I'll see you in a couple weeks or more when we do the web or EPW Advanced #4. That one's going to be really exciting. I got some really interesting stuff planned for you then. All right. God bless you. Take care. Stay well.